There's a reason that your love life has been so difficult. Some people get lucky and find the love of their life easily. That probably hasn't been you. We're going to find out why love has been so hard for you and also how to change it. So first card is the resolution that you seek card. When this card comes up, it means you haven't gotten resolution. There's something either in your past or in your childhood or with a past relationship, something is blocking you. There's something unhealed, unresolved from the past. You are seeking resolution. It's almost like some part of you feels either not whole or like you can't fully move forward because something's gripping you from the past. We can say with our words all day long, I'm open to love, I'm ready for love, but the words mean nothing if your energy in this present moment isn't aligned. So I want you to take a moment and think about what is seeking resolution. Is there a wound from your childhood that you know isn't healed, that needs to heal so you can bring in love? Is there an ex or somebody that you cared about where it went wrong, it went bad, you still can't quite figure out why you couldn't make love work with that person? When this card comes up, it's a very clear signal that your past is getting in the way. Unless that is healed, you're not going to be fully open to love. And the people that find love easily, usually either they come into this life without these wounds or their life doesn't cause them to fear love so much. If you had things in your past or with past relationships that made you feel love is hard, love is scary, love is disappointing, love is painful, love isn't safe, if that stuff is in your past and you haven't gotten resolution from it, then your heart isn't fully open. It's actually afraid. And when we're in that position, we very often don't move forward. So you got to get resolution. Let's pull a second card to see even more clarity on what you need resolution on. Every time I use this deck, I know I created this deck, but every time I use it, I'm shocked by the accuracy. So what do you need to do? Hello, open your heart. That is such a clear signal that the first card was spot on, okay? I understand that you probably have been hurt by many people in your life. I understand that there are people that cause you to believe that it's not safe to fully open your heart. But guess what? You have got to. When I was in a relationship with an emotionally abusive, narcissistic cheater, and I finally got out of that, I remember I was so hurt, but I sat there and I told myself, Nicole, no matter what, you cannot close, because I was already a love coach at that time. I'd coached so many women, and I saw a lot of women, especially in their 50s, 60s, like later on, who hadn't healed from somebody who hurt them. And all it did was block them for literally like 20, 30 years sometimes to finding love. So I knew I had to keep my heart open, and that meant I had to feel everything, but that also meant I had to stay hopeful. You have to stay hopeful, or at least believe that there could be one person out there who could just be good and who could just love you. When I kept my heart open, even though it was screaming at me to close, to stay safe, what happened was I was able to heal all the wounds that caused me to attract that ex in the first place. And then I attracted in my husband, who's an amazing love, who would not do any of those things that my ex did to me. So this is a very clear signal. If you want to get to the love you say you want to get to, there is resolution. Something in your heart needs healing. If you can't do that on your own, get a coach, get a healer, get somebody to help you remove the gunk that's in your heart, because I promise you, there is someone out there who will never do what those people did and who will love you how you've never been loved. You know those people that seem to find love so easily, or you're like, my friend gave up on finding love and she went on vacation and she found somebody. Usually what happens is they just let go of all the stuff in the past. They kind of do a factory reset. Either they say they're not caring, but really what it means is they've let go of all that gunk and they're just in a state of openness. And when you're in a state of openness, you're kind of like the fool in a good way. You're just open to love, kind of like the first time before you fell in love. So, you know, when you see people finding love easily, what it means is that they have gotten to a place where they have let go of the things in the past that are holding them back, and their heart is fully open again, whether they consciously realize it or not. And so great new love can come in. Okay, so here's what's going to happen if you do that. Intuition speaks. You know what happens when your heart is clear, when you've gotten resolution from the past, when you're no longer afraid because of what people did, but you're just fully open in this moment? Your intuition really does actually speak to you. There's a voice of love inside of you that is trying to guide you to somebody that will not hurt you, that will love you. We can't hear the voice of intuition when our mind is screaming at us, shut down, close, it's not safe, just be single, be afraid. We can't hear our intuition at all. But I promise you, that voice of love inside of you is going to tell you, say yes to this person. don't say yes to this person. It's not going to lead you somewhere bad. It might lead you away from someone bad sometimes, but it's not going to lead you somewhere bad. It's going to lead you to the love that you want. So while your love life has been hard, there's stuff in the past that's not resolved, that's caused you to close your heart in this moment, that's caused you to not be able to listen to the voice of your intuition. You are probably attracting the wrong people or chasing the wrong people because fear has you in a chokehold. It's closing your heart. You're afraid of the past and you're not really hearing the truth that will lead you to somebody good. When my clients heal from the past, truly, because I know how to help them really release the energies for good, get that factory reset so they're back to fully open to love, they start to hear that voice of love inside. They hear their intuition. That voice tells them who is the right person for them. Your intuition, the real, true voice inside of you, knows who's the right match for you, who's not going to hurt you, who's going to love you, who's going to really be a good partner for you. You cannot hear it if you're not resolved from the past. You cannot hear it if your heart is closed. You cannot hear it if you were in a ton of fear. So why your love life has been hard is because intuition hasn't been speaking to you, or it has, but you haven't been able to hear it because the fears have been too strong because of the unresolved things from the past. When you get resolved from the past, when you actually get healing, when you realize it actually is safe to open your heart to real love, that you don't have to always be afraid of somebody hurting you, that you can open to real love, your intuition will speak to you, it'll guide you, it'll be your best friend, keeping you safe in the dating world and also leading you to real true love. And those people who find love easily, they often just don't have a lot of blocks within them, or they're just open. And so somebody comes in their life and they're open and it's the right person for them. So if you want to find love easier, get to that open space, get to the place where love comes easily, message me to hear about private coaching with me.